computer. Okay, here we go.
That was cool.
I gotta plug in some juice or else we're gonna run out of energy here. I've been working all day.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Susie, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Okay.
Okay, here we are. Wow. Okay, we are recording, I believe. Let me see here. Pause. Yes, we are. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Today is March 14th, and this is the Francis Leader call. I'm so glad that you guys are all on the call. It's recording. I'll make sure to put it out there in our group page so that everybody that can't come will be able to listen. So what I just did right there, you guys, let's see here. I hear somebody squeaking around. Why don't you guys all mute so we just, yeah, thanks. All right, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, thank you. Sherry was telling me that she discovered that you can do these things called breakout rooms. So let me, so what it is inside Zoom. So what this is that you can actually, let's say, well, right now we have about, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in here. And I can just click this button, use breakout room. And then what happens is that it automatically assigns people into how many rooms that I say. So that means, like, who was together? It was Susie and Jennifer. So you guys are in your own little room that you can chat amongst each other.
Uh-huh.
So
we could see each other and talk face to face.
Uh-huh.
But we can still chat with you.
So could
You
you
saw my message, right?
Yeah. So I think how we're going to do this is like if you have a Zoom call and you have 10 people on the call, what you can do is do a breakout room and say, okay, all right, we're going to, and it just breaks it out. So Angela and Bridget, you're in one breakout room. I want you to talk about 3 ways to use the walk or whatever. Give us 3 good selling tips for that. Bobby and Chantel, you guys are going to talk about how you're using that food prep grater. So, and then they can come back. So you can actually put people in like little groups. So isn't that cool?
That'd be fun.
So if you guys are interested, on the leaders on this call, when you use Zoom with your team, you do have to go into your account and you do have to click a button that says allow breakout rooms. And once you do that, then you'll see a little 4 square thing down there on your menu. And it was simple dimpled. I didn't even do it before. Sherry was just telling me about it. I thought, oh, I clicked the button, so let me see how this works. So this would be a really good, it's kind of like a team meeting that you split people up so they have private discussions about things. So anyway, little learning technology today.
Do you know if that's only on the paid version?
I don't know that because I
would guess.
I don't know. I have premium and so does Sherry, so it could be. Mm-hmm. But for us, I think that that's great. And what Sherry and I are going to do, we may do, well, I'll just tell you since that's in the same topic. She and I, we on our executive call, the home office was really encouraging us to go ahead and have a group new consultant March start call for everybody in the downline. And she said, I know they were saying, the directors and the recruiters are working with their people, hopefully, but we know how that goes. And people do, they get lost or they fall out or they don't listen to you or they sign up and you don't. So this way, we're covering the whole caboodle of them. And we're going to do it. I've invited all of our team members that joined in March. This is only a March thing. And especially with that new spring kit, because it's a little different critter. And there's a lot of good training. So we're going to do it on this Sunday night at 8:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Central. So everybody in our organization that joined in March has been invited to this call that Sherry and I are doing. And we'll probably, it's only going to be a 30-minute kind of an orientation call. I mean, it's a version of what the new consultant call is, kind of get to know each other a little bit. We're really going to promote the fast track, tell them where to find these videos on how to use the microwave sandwich maker, encourage them to find somebody to join their team right away and kind of, hey, we're your executive directors, you're coming into a great organization here. So Bridget, it is on Sunday, which is this Sunday, which is the 17th, I believe, St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central.
It's an audio call, Nancy?
No, it's a Zoom call, but it's just for the consultants. It's not for, it's not for the
Yeah.
recruiters. It's just, so we're just kind of scooping up the masses, and whoever comes in, it's great. And
Awesome.
we'll probably do it again. We don't have any more than just one scheduled, but depending on the volume of people that are coming into the organizations, I mean, Sherry's is a lot bigger than ours, but we thought it would be fun to do it together. Plus, it's just kind of fun to hear two different back and forth a little bit more. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that's what we got going on for you. Let's start out with some recognition. Woohoo! Okay. Last month, this was in February. I just wanted to real quick go over to say, hey, we made the executive, we got paid as an executive director team, and the home office is really encouraging us to get paid at title. So I wanted to thank everybody because we did get paid at title in February. Woo, 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 woo.
Awesome.
So that's really good. With at least $2,500 to 3499. Meredith DeBenedetto and Chris Forge, congratulations, girls. Made more money on the table. Woohoo! And with sales of $3,500 to 4,999. There was three of us. Bridget, boom. Carrie, yay. And Nancy, yay. And then Chantel, you always rock it out, my friend. Always, always. Yeah, she's not on video, but she's here. Chantel, 11,753. Woohoo! Woo! Congratulations. And you were the top seller in our downline. You never cease to amaze me, my friend. You look good. So we just think that's amazing. Recruits for last month, Chantel and Angela both had one. Candace Lang had two. She grew her team, which was really awesome. And for this month in March, we're really tracking because of this $39 kit. Currently, with one recruit, congratulations to Eileen. Yay, Eileen. Meredith, woohoo. Angela, woohoo. Pretty picture of Angela. And Carrie Ryan, too, woohoo. Chantel, boom, 2 recruits. Good job, girl. And I know I'm working on about 3 of them right now. And I know everybody else is too. So Chantel and I were just chit-chatting about this yesterday, that a lot of people tend to come in towards the end of the month. Our goal, you guys, last September, the company challenges told all the executives, okay, this is what you did in September, and that was the $29 kit with no products, which was a good deal, but it had some training issues with it. So they corrected those this year, and we have a lot more training. We have products to go with the kit. We have videos. So they're asking us to better our best by at least more than we did last year. So last year, the organization recruited 55 people. So I'm putting it out there, guys, that we need 60 this year. Woohoo! 60 in our, we have 12. 1, 2, we have 12 right now. So we've got to rock it out for the rest of this month because really, this is a very, very exciting promotion for anyone that would like to try Pampered Chef. I mean, $39. Wow, that's crazy. So,
Hey, Nancy, just real quick on that. I reached out to several of my past consultants who were dropped.
yeah.
So my drop consultants, to let them know that that is available if they wanted to do that as opposed to the kit renewal.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get a few more back like that.
You know what I did? I looked at who was about to drop this month and kind of said, you may, because next month is a really good deal. So anyway, no, but that's a good idea. As a matter of fact, I did the same, Bobby, and I got one gal, not all of them, I'm kind of working on it, but I did get one gal that was, went through a nasty divorce. Her husband took all of her Pampered Chef stuff, and she's like, yeah, I want to sign up. So I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that, truthfully, you guys, so. You don't know what's going on with people. Give them the opportunity to say yes or no, but at least touch base. And oftentimes you get a party out of it. Let me see here. So who all is working with some people right now that are ready to join or think they're ready to join? Put your hands up. Good, good. Great, great. All right. So keep on going with that. Just so you know, the retreat, we did a great job at the retreat. Oh my gosh. For those of you that weren't there, we really did miss you. It was, it's always a highlight of my year because I just love being with you all. And it was really a lot of fun. We learned a lot from each other this year too. So it wasn't all about me yakking at you the whole time, right? Yeah. So anyway, thanks for those that attended. But one of the things that we did do is, let me show you, is we put out this thing right here, this menu of 10 minutes of recruiting. Did anybody get to work on, and I actually posted this on the director page prior to the retreat for you guys to see it, and Karen Batty's notes on this. But you guys, did you see this? Did anybody work on this? Bridget, you're kind of going like this. Is that a yes or no? Come in, Bridget. There we go.
I've seen it, yes.
Okay. Sherry and I put this thing together with all these different things that you can do on, it only take 10 minutes a day to build a team.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So Karen Batty, who's up near Bridget, she's one of the, she's a really smart gal, but she just figured that she wanted to change her recruiting. And we talked about this, maybe it was in November or something, and we didn't have her list of things, but what she did is she decided to devote 10 minutes a day, or at least 5 days a week, to recruiting activities so she could up her recruiting. Well, it went from recruiting 12 to something like 30 last year. It was a huge number. And these are some of the things that she did. So what I'm going to do is I'm challenging all of you guys to go ahead and use this. It's in the file section of the director page. And it's also, Karen Batty's notes are also in the file section. So use this, and whoever you're working with on your team that wants to build a team, give them it and work with them together, because it really is a lot of good ideas. And Jennifer Malik had a really brilliant idea. Tell them your idea about what you thought about this today with bookings. Go, Jen.
I thought that I, of course, am doing like how many contacts you make every day, and I'm doing that with my team of trying to chat. I had each of them set a goal of how many contacts they're going to make every day, every week, depending on where they want their business to be. And I am working, and actually I reached out to them to see if they had any ideas too, on a list of kind of a cheat sheet list of how to make your contacts every day. So just some ideas for getting contacts and for contacting people. And I'm trying to come up with 30 of them. So we have one for every day of the month, and you could just check them off as you go through your month, and then just print out a new list every month and just do it all over again.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. Would you guys be willing to post in our director page? Jen, maybe you can just make a post saying menu of 10 contact ideas. And then all of you guys just put a comment in there of what you could do, because then that would probably give us at least 10 of them right there. You guys be willing to do that? Yeah? Anybody? Can you do it?
I like the menu idea because it goes along with cooking. Like everything is like a menu. Building, creating.
And 10 minutes isn't too much. You know, that's not overwhelming for anybody, really. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hi, Megan. Hi. The other thing, too, is your host this month is really a big deal because they can use the kit credit. You guys all know how that works, right? So make sure that you ask your host 5 times. You know, I don't know how many times I've heard, well, I asked her once and she wasn't interested, but never ask her again. Because what happens with that, you guys? What happens when you ask the host at that very first host coaching call, and she says, nah, not really, I'm pretty busy. And you don't
they're not that into it yet.
Exactly. Exactly. So there's a whole different ball game when they see their friends having a good time. You mention how much money you made. You mention that you'll give the bookings back. You know, you're supporting that person. So don't think that just because they say they don't have time and they're not interested. You could say something like, you know what, totally get you. But what I'm going to do is I'll make sure to offer it to everyone at your party, and just kind of keep it in your mind, because it might be something that you might really want to do after the party. So just don't blow it off anyway, okay? Just keep it in there. Because really, if they can join for free, why wouldn't they try this? You know, that's a good deal. All right, and then the last thing about that $39 kit, are you guys doing anything different? What else are you doing to promote it this month?
Has everybody seen the what you can get for $39, like the gas, a tank of gas and the pedicures and all that stuff?
Tell us more about that.
There was a Grace Bot, if everybody knows who that is, shared in the Director Success group about different, like, just to think of it really basic, like, you know, I think it's crazy how you can start a new Pampered Chef business with me this month for cheaper than a full tank of gas, or cheaper than a pedicure, or like different types of things to think about that you could spend $39 on without really thinking about it.
Cool. That would be a good, so that's kind of a soft sell. What could you do with $39? You know, if you had an extra $39, what do you like to spend it on? And then see what they say. Yep, pedicure, groceries, whatever. That's a really good idea. Thanks for sharing that. And then don't forget that the company is having a webinar on March 19th that you can invite your potential consultants to. That's really, have you guys ever been in those before? They're really, that's what I use with my team. They're good.
Yes.
I think they're well done. So go ahead and let's use that March 19th date to really promote that. And then there's, that's the one they're doing this month.
Is that an opportunity event essentially? Yeah.
Basically it is, but it's a webinar that you have to register for yourself. If you register for it, you can come in live and be part of it. And then you also get the playback, which is really nice to see. But you also have to register your potentials that you're inviting. And you can do that. You can actually put their email in there and they will get an email saying you're invited to this webinar. And then they get a playback if they don't show up. So
I saw also this morning that they're going to have one for Men of the Apron.
Yes, Bobby. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So if any of us have any guys that we're working with, that'd be a good one to get them in on. Or to even watch, because it's a whole different mindset for them.
It is. It's all about the money with the guys.
Yeah.
You know
Bobby, do you know the link for that one so we can register to watch it?
It is in the Director Success Facebook group is the one I saw it in. So
Okay.
they posted it this morning.
I saw that too this morning. And you know what, you guys, this is like a huge missed opportunity for this, for all of us. I mean, when you stop and think about it, it doesn't make sense. All this direct selling that all these women are doing is huge. I mean, there's so many companies that don't include men, except ours. I mean, ours fits for a man because a lot of chefs are men. So what is it that we're missing out here, you guys? And apparently, I think that they said 84, I read it, 84 of the new consultants that joined are men this so far. So somehow or another, we got to figure out how to get more guys in this because it's all about the money, right, Bobby? All about the money. Okay. Let's see here. I told you about that. Okay, told you about that. Okay, Megan, are you talkable or you got crazy going on back there?
I think at the moment I can talk.
At the retreat, Megan, we watched this Marna Ross video that was absolutely amazing. And she was talking about different ways to connect with people on Facebook and just have more of a community. So Megan, I don't know if that's what inspired you, but tell them what you did with that little group. And this is like a soft sell, getting more contacts. Would you mind sharing, Megan?
Sure. So I'm in a mom's group that's basically moms that talk about anything, but it's just for moms. And I posted in there, does anybody know of a Facebook group for moms who love to cook? And within 10 minutes, there were 10 people following the post. And then within, 30 minutes, there was like 35 people. So I decided that that must be something that's needed. So I just started up a group, and that was like at 4 or so o'clock on Saturday before we left the retreat. And then by the time I got home, I had 75 people in the group. And I explained to them that the reason that I started the group was because it looked like there was a need for that. I told them that I do sell Pampered Chef, and that's why I am back to in love with cooking. So they know, they're aware of it, but it's not my intent to post a bunch of specials, post a bunch of stuff like that. It's strictly like recipes, tips, and tricks. And maybe something will come out of it, but that's pretty much where it's at right now. So.
Yeah.
But there's like 75 new contacts of moms who like to cook, and most of them are stay at home. So
Isn't that amazing? That's really great. So, you know what? And Megan didn't overthink it. She just did it, right? She's like,
right.
she comes upstairs and said, "You guys, I just did this, and I don't know what I did."
Megan, how did the guinea pigs come?
Yeah. I didn't actually have any live guinea pigs when I got home. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about guinea pigs. Geez. So anyway, I think that was very organic thing, but she's got people that are young, probably moms with kids that like to cook. So whatever that comes with it, we'll be watching with it. And I think the key is not to jump too soon, right, Megan?
Right.
Yeah. And that's a learning thing for all of us. Very good. All right. A few things that I wanted to talk about before I lose a few of you is national conference. You guys, April 8th. Okay. National conference is coming up. Sherry was at they just finished Chairman's Circle today. So I've been there before, but I'm not there now. But Sherry was kind enough to tell me, oh my gosh, there's some really cool things going on at National Conference. I can't tell you what, but she said we need to get a whole bunch of people there because it's something cool, it's different, and she's super excited. So after 30 years of being with the company, that was good news. She doesn't usually just BS me at all. And oh, sorry about that, but she doesn't. Anyway, so we need to figure out, and team time is on Wednesday, but there's a bunch of stuff happening on Wednesday. So I don't know. I mean, is anybody interested in going in on Tuesday night? It's an idea, because I want to get tickets, because you can get them pretty cheap right now. I mean, Norfolk, I can get round trip for about $288, and I start looking now, but I mean, or get there really early on Wednesday. Don't delay. So Bridget, you're a early Wednesday kind of girl. Anybody else?
I can't be gone for more nights than I need to be.
Yeah. Poor husband. Matt's a good man, but too much is too much. Huh?
Listen, over the weekend he installed a dishwasher and everything else.
I know. Hey, you need to leave more often. That's what I say.
I know. Maybe I should reconsider this. Maybe I should go in on Tuesday night.
Exactly. So just keep that in mind. There's lots going on Wednesday. So the earlier you can get there, the better, probably. And I think it ends again like normal, like Saturday afternoon. But what are some things that we can do to get our team members there? I mean, what would be fun? Yes, Bridget, we can't hear you.
Talk about it a lot.
Okay.
I find that, just waiting until registration to talk about it is like too late. So I've been since January, I've been trying to really prime the pump and just talking about conference as much as I can, getting people excited and getting them just saying like, just asking them questions, right? Like, so what would you like if you could go to conference, what would you like to get out of conference? Mm-hmm. Or, those kinds of things, like just trying to start a conversation instead of waiting until it's time to get them ready.
It would be kind of fun. I don't know how to do this. Maybe we can do it on the next call, or maybe right after this call. Is that could I record this Zoom call? Well, this is being recorded. It's the director, you know, the leader's call. But if I stop recording this and then record another call, and we just have all of our nice faces in here, and Megan, we would love to see your face instead of just a name. But we each say, hey, I am such and such, and this is what I most love about conference. Boom, 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 fast, 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 and make a little video of it. Would that be cool?
I think that's a really good idea because I don't honestly have a clear idea of what goes on at conference. So that would be awesome. But the only thing I'm going to suggest is that you assign, like not necessarily assign, but make sure everybody's saying something different so that you cover kind of all the aspects of conference, because otherwise you might get a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, we could actually even do it after here. I mean, it's easy for me to just record it. Boom, 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 boom.
And put it on the Team Talk page?
Yeah, Team Talk. Well, I'll use it in my own personal team too. Yeah, I mean, once I got the Zoom link, I'll put it up on YouTube and you guys can use it. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah?
Wow, you're a techie.
The only other thing I like is Bridget's idea is if we could each go live a different time on Team Talk, then I think it would be, like, I think we could do a 60-second now, like, oh my gosh, we hope to see you there. This is some of the people that want to meet you, whatever. Like literally like 30 seconds now, whatever. But then if each person goes individually one time and commits to over the next month and a half or whatever, then like once a week, someone gives their example of why to go to conference.
I love that. Do you guys like that? Would you really willing to do it?
Yeah.
Thumbs up if you are.
We should do it in different clothes if you're going to be using today's video. You know, we don't want to be on the same.
Who put your thumbs up so I can see who's committing to this? Susie?
Oh, I'm not going this year, so I don't know if you want me to do that.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
you-
say again?
I said, I texted you earlier today. I'm not going this year.
You
So I don't
are.
know if you want me to do that. Pardon?
You can still say what you've gotten from it in the past, Susie.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
very sorry that I can't go.
You don't
Well-
even have to mention that you're not going. You can just say what you've gotten out of conference in the past.
Okay.
I've
What
never
is-
been, so I don't think I'm helpful.
Nancy,
You can say what you're excited to learn, Jennifer.
Yeah.
because you've never been. Wait till you see the big picture, girl.
All right. So I'll go
For
ahead.
Jennifer, maybe share, why you're making it a priority with little kids at home, because, that's the reason a lot of people don't go. Or if you have tips for, like, some people have more supportive spouses than others. So, that type of thing. That's something that could be really relatable to others.
Well, okay. I love that. Jennifer, what do you think about that? Okay. So Jennifer, you're making it a priority, supportive spouse. Let me see here. Bridget, what are you willing to talk about?
Anything. I mean, I love it all.
Something, so that I can write things
Networking,
down.
training. The whole,
Okay, you're going to talk about the training that you get, okay?
great.
Okay, Susie, what are you willing to talk about?
Well, something, I love it all, but one thing I really get excited about is the chef shop.
Okay, Chef
Because
Shop.
I get inspired by all the training and all the new products, and then I have these really great tools that I can use for incentives to get bookings.
Okay, awesome. Angela, how about you? What would you like to talk about?
I think probably learning the why products are developed and getting to see them before the general, like all other consultants, and kind of having that inside edge.
Okay. All right, those are good because those get just the general people that are in this for the products, which is good. How about you, Chantel?
I like the training.
Give me a little more specific. So you.
Honestly, my favorite's always the pre-conference training. So
Okay,
I would go up just for that and leave.
Okay, pre-conference.
And Nancy, even though I'm not going, I want to put it out there. I'd like to do a little thing on how overwhelming it can be at first, and I always tell all new consultants this. It'll be overwhelming. Just settle down, figure out the top 3 things you want to do from conference, and do those first before you do anything else. Don't try to do it all at once. So that's my part I'll be adding.
And then maybe just the top 3 before they even go of what they want to learn. That's what you're talking about. Great. How about you,
I
Eileen?
trust somebody will be there to hold your hand, you know.
Mhm.
Once you get there, it's
Don't be
great.
afraid to meet new people. Get away from your group.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
That's what I was gonna say, Bobby.
Okay.
We think alike. We've been around. Nancy, I was thinking about this. Wouldn't it be great if it was all in like one long thread?
I don't know.
Hashtag national conference and all the videos. So that way, if they missed one from previous weeks, can we do that or not, techie people? Okay, Angela
can't-
says no.
No,
Got it.
You can't go live in a comment.
that's right.
Oh, that's right. But
that's
could we, those of you who are great with hashtags, that's Chantel and Angela, Jennifer, what if we had a hashtag that we could use for these videos, so then it would be easy for them to search previous ones?
Okay, give me a hashtag name, and that's all I have to do is put hashtag whatever.
Well, wouldn't it be hashtag National Conference NC 2019, hashtag
Hashtag why I conference.
You could say my national conference Y, like my NC19Y,
Okay, hashtag.
or I like Bridget's YI conference.
YI conference. That's cute.
Mhm.
YI conference.
That's clever.
I like that.
Does the I have to be capitalized? I'm sorry, you guys, I'm not that smart here. No, doesn't matter. Capital or, okay, thank you, Jennifer.
So we're gonna do a video on our phone and upload it, right? That's what you're talking about?
Facebook Live.
Just gonna
You
go.
can't, she said you can't live in a comment.
Right.
Not in a comment.
We're not going to go in comments.
You're just gonna go live into Team Talk and do a 30-second, no longer than 30 seconds, because we don't want to hear too much.
We can do that in Team Talk?
Yeah, we can all go live. You just select instead of comment, you're just gonna go live. And do a 30-second thing. Oh, with Megan, we didn't talk to Megan. Well, what are you gonna do, Megan? Well, she's coming.
I'll make it about priority of going with kids, probably, when you have kids at home.
Maybe getting away from them a little bit.
Yeah, and then also just that we go home with just as much as we spent to get there in products and other things.
It's worth the investment.
Yeah.
Please talk about that, because I don't understand that either. I didn't realize that you got stuff when you went.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You get lots of stuff. Okay, and then I'll see whoever else that didn't come in if they could do it.
Nancy, why don't you talk about how it's exciting to get to see all of our team from all over, like, because you would have that authority to say that, like, getting to feel warm and fuzzy with people you don't always get to see.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, and that's a big deal. I think a lot of people come to conference to see their other people, and then that's a community. Yep. All right, and then whoever else isn't on here, I'll see if they can come in or not. But give me can I just go ahead and assign some days that you guys are going to do this real quick here?
So I have a fun idea. If conference starts on a Wednesday with pre-conference or whatever, what if we all pick a Wednesday leading up to conference, like the kickoff or whatever, and then pick a specific, like, you can choose the time, but just choose every Wednesday a different person goes live.
That's good. I think that works. Does that work for everybody? Yeah.
Ma'am.
All right, so let's start it out on the 20th. Let me see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 of us. That's 1, 2. That'll bring us up to May 15th. So what do you think, guys? I mean, should we have other directors, but I don't,
Well, I think we should go until the absolute last day to register. So I think that's probably close in that time frame, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not all the way up to When's registration usually over, Chantel? I can't remember.
I have no idea. I mean, I would think they would go at least through the end of May.
Is housing open at the same time as registration?
I don't know.
Usually they're separate.
Not sure.
So if we start this on Wednesday the 20th and then go through May, if we feel like it's getting a lot of traction and we want to continue on, if we don't have new people, we can just start over with our cycle of people who are committed.
It's only 30 seconds, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to go right down the list and assign, okay? Right down. Okay, Bridget, you're on the 20th, 320. Susie, you're 327. Angela, you're April, and if you can't do it, just yell. So you're 4-3, the third. Chantel, you're 410. Eileen, you are 417. Megan, you're 424. Jen, you're 24. You're April 1st, okay? 5-1. I'm sorry, May 1st. Bobby, you're 5-8. And Nancy will be 5-15. Okay, that's what we've got right now, okay? So I'll go ahead and make up that little chart and I'll post it in the director's page, okay? Yeah, good, 30 seconds, so don't talk too much, all right? Because I'm the one that's guilty of that more than anybody. I promise, I'll make it short, okay? All right, so the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys about that was really cool, just recently, this morning, as a matter of fact, I ran across this video that Sharon Zellen did with Cammie Cruz, and it was done in January. And I posted it on the director page, so the link is there. But it's a 30-minute video, and she does an incredible job of interviewing Cammie Cruz, who's like #1 point achiever for Hawaii, and how she does her virtual parties. So I thought it was really great because it was more me than Steve Duplowski was, So I don't know. I was talking to Angela earlier today and Jennifer and Megan. Did anybody get to listen to that? I know it was really off the cuff. Oh, Susie, Eileen, Chantel, what did you guys think about that? Because I thought that was really pretty incredible what she was doing. Jennifer, you want to come in since you said you nodded real quick? Oh, did you nod?
Well, I'm halfway through it.
Oh, okay.
So
It quit on me, Nancy.
Huh?
I tried to listen to it twice and it quit on me at about 16 minutes. It says there's an error. I don't know if it's on my end or not. I was listening to it on my phone.
Okay, Chantel, how about you? And then we'll see what I mean.
Did it work?
Let me see. Because I was thinking about you, Chantel, because you do a lot of live cooking shows and you were saying you wanted up the virtual. What did you?
Yeah, that's what I liked about it, is that she still does live shows. There's not a lot of really great virtual people that do live shows too. And she has 5 kids and some of them are very small. So, I mean, it's nice to hear. I thought she was just really real and relatable, and it was really basic and simple. Like, she's not doing anything crazy. The stuff she said she did, like, she's like, I just don't have time for this. This is what I do. She started out needing the extra money and more shows, and she was still, I think she was doing probably more live shows at that point. I think that was like 2 years ago. Did she say it was the Mexico trip where she really like started thinking about that? And then she just started doing however many a week. And then she just like, well, I'll see if I can add, 2 more until she's, I think, is she doing like 10 a week now or something? I mean, it's a pretty high number at this point. But it just, it was just kind of basic and simple. And I thought some of her tips were like relatable to how, like, it's basically doing cooking shows, like some of my cooking show mindset in a virtual party mindset. So I got a lot out of it.
Yeah. And there were so many just little host coaching tips that she did that made sense to me. Like, she put her host all in a group, but she was saying, and I'm not going to be messing you. I mean, don't reply to this group. Just give me a thumbs up. That's all, so that we don't bombard it.
I started doing that. Yeah.
That's what I would be. That's respectful to me as a host. there were a lot of really good, sensible things that just other people I've heard, I'm like, I'm overwhelmed, but hers made sense. So what I'm saying, you guys, is if you want to do more virtual parties, that girl's got it. She's figured it out.
Where is the training?
It's on the director page. I put it on the director page. Yeah, so listen to it. It's a good 30 minutes. And get your notes going. Eileen, what did you learn? Something.
My big takeaway was a lot like Chantel, was the fact that she personally coaches each person individually. And then I like the fact that she does do that group message. They all have the same script. So she's not changing it around. And the way I got it was she's using a posting service.
Yeah.
So she's not living on her phone. And the other thing that I thought was really good too is if they have a problem or she's seeing one person is having an issue, then she's going ahead and she's private messaging them too as well. So I got way more from her, and I need to listen to it again, than I did from Steven. Some of the other ones, some of the other ones, I would not feel comfortable doing, like the three-way calls and stuff.
All right,
Messages.
Eileen, thanks for sharing because it was great. Jen, another share, please.
Yeah, I'm actually using, I did just because I was trying to use Steven's idea of making a video for my host to kind of go over everything, because I do think it's better if my hosts see me saying it than if they're just reading it. I think they remember it better. So the problem is I couldn't, bye Bridget, I couldn't send the video anyway. It's too big. Even if it was only like a less than a minute video, it's too big to send through Facebook Messenger, too big. So I threw everybody in a host group and just gave them that message. But I think that I didn't do the rest of my host challenges that way. I did them individually, but I like the idea of doing everything through a group. I just need to get my hosts to actually look at it every day. So I really like that idea. I thought both some of Steven's ideas and some of her ideas can be used together.
And Jen, if you continue to listen to that, I don't know if what she does is this, if the host thumbs up and does everything that she says to do daily, she gives them a prize at the end of this. So you only listen to part of it. So anyway, it goes on, but Sharon does an excellent job of reiterating all the things the questions that you probably have in your head on how she's doing this. Mm-hmm. So Sharon did a really good job on it too. So I'm just saying, go out there and listen to this and maybe tweak things around a little bit on that host coaching, because there's money to be made out there. And even if she's doing groups because she's using a posting service, I think it's all about how you connect with that host and interact with her. But Jennifer, you just brought a good point. I mean, if you have a video, all you can do is upload it and put it on YouTube. But is there a way, you guys, to go into a Facebook Messenger group, and let's say all of us are in the group, and then you go in live and do a live video. You know how that little video camera is there? Can you do that? Angela's going like this. Because why couldn't you do a live video and coach that group?
I know you can record an audio, but I don't know if you can do a video.
I'll have to look into that.
Because that would solve that problem, because that is true. They're stuck in your phone. You can't get them out. That would be effective. Or maybe even the audio. I mean, that's better than nothing.
No, there is a video. Hold on.
Yeah.
But I'm trying it with Chantel.
Okay. These two make me laugh.
But I think they have to accept it. So, I don't think you could record it. I mean, it would be in the chat, though, wouldn't it? We'll try it afterwards. I did the audio idea that Steven suggested for day one of the party last week, and that was really easy. And you just do it right in Messenger. I did that one individually, but I also did do the group chat with the host challenges too, because it just saves you from having to message you know, I had, I think 4 or 5 going last week, but I mean, think of it, Cammie's doing 10, like trying to message 10 hosts a challenge each day. That's going to be a lot more time than just having a group chat and letting them do it. So,
there was lots of good ideas. So keep on posting, you know, or telling us what you're finding that's working or in that, because that call was golden. I think there's a lot of shows and money to be made with that whole call. It was good.
I think that my top takeaway, honestly, was I've always said this about cooking shows. You know, when I started and I was doing 2 to 4 shows a month, like I felt like that was a lot. And then when I went to 6 to 8, that was a lot. And then when I went to 12 to 15, at one point I was up to 18 to 20 shows a month, live cooking shows. Like each time it was a stretch and it just felt like a lot. But what I found is it was really not a lot. It was more nights out, but it was not more work to run 12 to 15 shows than it was to do 8 to 10, you know, that kind of thing. You're doing your host packets in bulk, you're doing everything like in bulk, and it takes minutes, literally minutes longer to do 15 host packets than it does to do 5. Like you still have to do all those actions. So I think that was what really hit me with Cammie, is that she started out small, but as she started adding more shows, like obviously she's not taking tons more time on it because she's got a good system down. So and with the virtual parties, you really have to be doing 2 to 4 or more, you know, at once to make it worth your time. Like if I go to a cooking show, I know one way or another, it's going to pay me. It's frustrating to do a virtual show and just have it not be good. But if you're doing 4 and 6 at once, like something's going to be good. So that's what I really took away, is like, that's exactly what I did when I maxed out my cooking show schedule. Was I just added more, and it wasn't that much more time. Like if you're doing 2 and you feel like, how could I ever do 4 or 6? It's not more time than it is to do the 2 or the 1 or whatever your schedule is right now.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you. Was a huge takeaway. All right. And then just let me see here. Just a few minutes on prep ahead. I wanted to know what's selling. I mean, what's going out there? What are you guys, what's working here? What new products are selling, booking from? How about the prep ahead food? Show, the food grader, open discussion. I want to hear what's going on out there.
All of my customers are crazy about the batter mixer dispenser thing. They just love the idea. Nobody believes it will fit a full box of cake mix out.
Okay.
So I'm going live this next week on Wednesday night to show them that it fits a full box of cake mix.
That'll be a great demo. Absolutely. Anybody else? Personally, I'm loving that wok. I've always liked that size pan. I used to like the old one that in the professional, you know, I like that size pan because it does a whole lot. Anybody else?
I'm doing a Pamper the New Parents party. And we're prepping meals to put in their freezer for after the baby's born.
Great. How about the quick prep food grader? What are you guys thinking?
My Amish neighbors love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed to use electricity, and they don't have any in their house, so they love that thing.
That is genius. I bet they do.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And they have a lot of fresh vegetables also, I would assume. Like my personal family does not eat enough vegetables. I understand that. So I've only used it for cheese thus far. But I'm excited to try it, like at our recipe night and stuff, with other vegetables.
Good.
I did it the other day with apples, and it was really good, Angela.
What'd you do with the apples?
I literally just tossed them in a little bit of cinnamon and gave them to my kids. I even actually drizzled almond butter mixed with a little bit of coconut oil over top of them, and they were just eating them with a fork. They loved them.
Cool. How about you?
I did the stir fry party for my first 2 shows this month and decided I don't want to stick with that all month. And I'm doing something different the rest of the month. But what impressed me was how many people really liked the stir fry skillet, and how many people really loved that recipe, even if maybe they were picky eaters or didn't eat a lot of vegetables, or that wasn't a normal way that they would cook at home. And what wowed me with the prep grater is trying it for cabbage and cauliflower were the two things that really got me to think like, okay, I would really use this. So.
Yep. Especially that cabbage. You know, we at the retreat we used it, and I came home with a bag of cabbage. And I do food prep like a salad, so I've been just grabbing a handful of that cabbage and throw it into my big bowl with my salad and covered it with a wet paper towel and the stretchy silicone cover, and I have a salad that's already made for like 5 days. You just throw it on your plate. That's what I'm into. But that food prep grater is it's really good for that red cabbage, which is excellent. So good. Hey, Chantel, what recipe were you using that you're not going to continue using? I'm just
the stir fry, the general salad. I'm not doing that anymore.
Too much work or inside?
Too much work, too much to take, and too much cleanup.
Okay. I thought at our recipe night, people love the 7-layer salad, and that seemed to, other than the dressing, which we didn't like at the retreat, but I think I'm going to try using that. But I still got to get that quick cooker in there, so I guess I can do the quick cooker with the chicken or something like that. Because I'll be darned if I'm losing that quick cooker, because that's the booker.
I love that. The quick cooker is the quick cooker.
Yep.
Have you guys, my favorite recipe for my cooking classes, a lot of people love that broccoli chicken risotto. And that's an easy show recipe, like really easy with the quick cooker.
Yeah, I agree with that. How can we bring the wok into that though, or some of these new stuff? That's what I'm trying to figure out a good flow.
Other option is you can do an appetizer instead of a dessert, and you could do like the spinach and artichoke dip in the quick cooker. That's an easy wow, and it makes a ton. Yeah. And then you could do like your wok dish or whatever.
I mean, I was doing rice in the quick cooker for the stir fry, so like it does show all of that. But I'm gonna do that creamy cauliflower Alfredo with grilled chicken on the grill pan, and that'll do the quick cooker, the grill pan, and I'll do a dessert in the wrap crack. So I think that's more the type of foods that do well around here is like family meals. I've never done well with salads. And I find that they're a lot of work and a lot of cleanup and a lot of time. So I stick to maybe bringing those out once every other year for 1 month, and then that's it.
So creamy chicken Alfredo, but you're doing the chicken on the grill pan.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm looking at these and I'm trying to figure out how to get those power tools in the right way and without, because not everybody wants a quick cooker. You know, it's just kind of like, I'm not that, in that grill pan, I think that those two, quick cooker grill.
Yeah, and it's on special next month. I mean, so at least doing the wok or the grill pan this month to get bookings for next month would be smart.
If you don't have anything to do on that grill pan, I learned this one from Lynn Gant, just have your host or you bring a baguette and slice it longwise and then put some olive oil and rub garlic on it because they think that's, or grill it first and then rub garlic on the top of it like the Italians do. And that like blows them away. So you can actually grill
We've done, at our recipe nights, we've done grilled dessert pizzas on the grill pan. We've done grilled pound cake and pineapple with fresh whipped cream. And we've done, a long time ago, we did grilled dessert paninis on it. So if you're using the quick cooker as your main dish thing, just use the grill pan as your dessert thing. And when I show the pictures at my parties of recipes for the wrap crack and the grill pan, I talk about pizza, but then I show them the picture of the grilled dessert pizza, and that always gets a huge wow. So that would be an easy one to do at a party.
Good. Okay, that's really helpful because, you know, what you show at the party makes a difference, man. It's the booker. You know, you gotta.
There's grilled cinnamon rolls too. That's another one.
Yeah. How about the bubble waffle maker now that we have only 2 minutes left? What are we doing with that?
I'm only talking about that on virtual parties. That's not something I would take to a show unless maybe it was a brunch show.
Yeah, I agree. I'm probably gonna demo it with the batter mixer at some point on virtually, but I'm not gonna take it to my shows, I don't think.
Bonnie had a great idea. Make a bubble thing, right? Turn it and let it just dry out and just take that like we used to make
With the bread.
our houses, our gingerbread houses, and we glazed them and we
That's a good
brought
idea.
them to shows forever. And you could bring the bubble pan with you. And then I just thought of this. And then, you know, because it shows you to roll it up in a glass jar, but get a plastic or a, acrylic, a clear one, right? And then if you put your bubble thing in that, you know, your bubble in waffle that you wrapped up into that, then you could put it inside of it when you store it to haul it back and forth to your shows. And you could even glaze it, no buggies.
Yep.
Just thought of that. It's good to be old.
Okay, you guys, we have 1 minute left, and I just wanted to announce the next call is April 11th. Is this working for everybody, this second week of doing this director call? For some reason, it feels weird to me because it's not in the beginning of the month, but there's so much going on in the beginning of the month with Nationwide Leader Call that I'm kind of liking it here. But are we losing momentum by doing it that way? I don't know. I just want to ask. Anybody have thoughts on that? Or
I'm okay.
all right, just make sure that you guys are listening to the Nationwide Leaders Call, because that really is very good. I mean, the last one, Becky, she did a great job of that. And all right, well, the next one's April 11th. I'm going to be on a networking trip with my girlfriends of Pampered Chef next week, from the 25th to about the 29th. And Sherry and Ann McMillan and Terry Newberry and I are going to Asheville. So we work and we play.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get lots done, but we're going to see the Biltmore too. So anyway, I just wanted to say thanks everybody for all you do. Let me go ahead and end the recording right now. Stop the